Yo guys, what's going on? It's frens14 back again with another video. So I think many of you guys would have thought I've kind of retired from the YouTube scene, which was quite true, but I got a really special opportunity to participate in the NPL tryout tournament. So yeah, it was too good to refuse, and now I'm back. And yeah, it's a bit of a tournament, so I've been drawn in a pool, so they're pools of 6. There's obviously myself, my good friend Excellent from the EBT, a fellow Aussie. There's Carney, who I'm pretty sure is already in the NPL. Not too sure why he's in it, not the NPL itself, but in this tournament. But I think it might be to get into majors or something like that. We got Ben, so Shinysableye, I know him a little bit, he's a good player. We got Vepsis, I haven't really heard of him, but I think he's good by what I've heard. We got JDMI as well, he's the last player in there, so again, I don't really know much about him, but I'm sure he's good as well, being invited to the NPL. So yeah, I'm kind of an underdog in this tournament, so yeah, I'm just going to have a bit of fun. I've been trying to get into the NPL for the last probably 4 years, so yeah, I guess there's a lot on the line, but in saying that, I'm just going to have fun. And I'm due to time constraints, I'm not going to have a draft analysis up, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly go through my team before the first kind of game, so I'll get straight into it. So I'll quickly just go into my draft. So I have Jirachi, so obviously really good mon, it's very versatile. You can run the annoying choice scarf set, obviously you can run it physically, offensive, especially offensive, and it can be defensive as well with its awesome stats. We got Mega Altaria, so I haven't used this Pokemon for a while, but I think it's actually really underrated. It's solid mon, you know, it's got good offense and you can run it defensively as well. Pardon me. The next Pokemon is Zeraora, and it's going to be one of my Z captains, so it's obviously a new mon kind of to Draft League and a new mon itself, but it's just so good. It's got so much speed, it can hit you, it's got such a good move pool to kind of hit, and with Z moves it just makes it so much more dangerous for me. Really good pick. Next was Mamoswine, so one of my favourite mons. It's obviously it hits like a truck, it's got rocks, it can be run bulky. Just yeah, another good Pokemon. Next was Incineroar, so I've never really used this mon, but I've seen other people run it really well in Draft League, so yeah, it can be the kind of glue mon for me. Next Pokemon was Swellow, so obviously just very versatile offensively. You can run it specially or physically, I don't have to tell you guys that. And it keeps the opponent guessing, and obviously it's not bulky, but it's not meant to be. Next Pokemon is Dhelmise. It gave me some hazard removal, even though Mega Altaria and Swellow do get it. Gives me a rapid spinner and a bit more defense, a ghost Pokemon, spin blocker, and yeah, just a bit more defense and even offense as well. Next was Omastar. I've seen a few friends use this quite well. Obviously you can set hazards up with it, access to most of the hazards. You can run it offensively with the Shell Smash set or rain support, so it can actually be really dangerous, so you can't really sleep on it. Archeops is my next Z captain. It's an okay mon, its ability obviously hinders it a little bit, but as Z captain it makes it so much better. It can kind of hit and come in and get a kill, mostly with Z moves. My next Pokemon is Arachnid, gives me access to webs so I can slow my team down. With such a threatening team, that'd be huge. And just another nice specially defensive mon for me, and yeah, I think it fit the squad really well. And my last Pokemon was Glaceon. It gives me more wish support as well, and if a team's kind of ice weak I can use it, but I don't really kind of see it coming as much. I had like a couple of points left, or even a point I think it was, or something like that. So yeah, that's the squad overall. I'm really happy with it. I think it's probably the best team I've kind of drafted over the past year, which really helps me against these good players. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So my first game is against Ben. So what we'll do is, yeah, that video, I'm going to upload all my pool games in one, just due to time constraints. So obviously not ideal, but hopefully they'll still be a lot of quality and enough to get me in. So yeah, we'll get the Ben game up for you. So I'll quickly go through my team for Ben. So I've got a mixed Zero Aura with Steelium Z to obviously hit the Mega Gardevoir for a KO, because I don't really want to miss an Iron Tail and I don't have Plasma Fist. We've got a Life Orb Mamoswine. This pretty much destroys his team if I play it well. Max attack and a bit of speed too, so I can outspeed some of his mons. I've got Mega Altaria, so refresh because he's got a lot of Pokemon, kind of defensive Pokemon that can status me. Fire Blast to hit his steel types, and Hyper Voice and return. Just because of Alamomola, I can hit that with a Hyper Voice and return, does a lot to the rest of his team. My next Pokemon is an Guavaberry Incineroar. I think a lot of his mons can't quite KO me, so I think I'm a good chance to get under that percent that gets its health back. And yeah, just Drain Punch, hits a Snorlax and a lot of his mons, Toxic for his defensive mons, Flare Blitz, he doesn't have many switch-ins, and Knock Off to get rid of an item. We've got Swellow, so again it's mixed because of the Alamomola. Physically I hit his team really hard, but I need that Boom Burst for the Alamomola. I'm just not doing it as much as I need to. His team's really weak to Hazard, so I think if I can get a Toxic Spike or a Stealth Rock up, that would be really good for me and kind of helps me win. So I've got 3 kind of Hazards and Scald just to do a bit of damage if needed. So yeah, that's the team. I think it's really solid against his, and I'm really looking forward to the game, so we'll get straight into it. Alright, so here's the game, guys. So he bought pretty much everything I kind of expected. I expected the Lantern to kind of be the counter for the Zero Aura. Celesteela was always coming, Mega Gardevoir was always coming. Snorlax was a little bit of a surprise, but I can see why I bought it. Alamomola, very annoying Pokemon, so I'm quite prepared for that. And yeah, Terrakion, I was kind of half prepared for as well. So we'll get straight into the battle. So he leads off with Gardevoir, I lead off with Omastar. So I know Mega Gardevoir is really threatening, but I thought Toxic Spikes would be really handy with his team. Luckily I got the Focus Sash in there, so I can get the Stealth Rocks up there. So I lose my Omastar here, and he's got a Calm Mind Gardevoir, but I do have the ability to Revenge Kill it. So I do lose Omastar, but I get really important hazards up. So again, going to Incineroar, obviously he could Focus Blast me, but I am a Guavaberry, and I think I'm a bit specially defensive as well. So obviously there, I could have probably predicted that, but I'll go into Altaria here because I know if he statuses me, I've got Refresh. So here I go for the safe play with Hyper Voice. I was thinking of going for a Fire Blast, but just wasn't worth it. So here I can't risk, obviously a Fire Blast won't kill. So I go into the safe play, which is Incineroar. I can live any kind of attack with the minus attack that he goes for. Here I couldn't risk him going for an Earthquake and kind of getting me down, so I just went for the Flare Blitz just in case he did try and stay in and kind of set up. Let's go for the knockoff here. Oh, that's huge, knocking off that weakness quality. That could have done lots of damage. And I'll just go for Flare Blitz again. I'm kind of whittling down with health, but I do have the Guavaberry if needed. So here he predicts my knockoff, very nice play, and he gets a justified boost. So this is really scary. So I pretty much got to sack him on here, and I thought Mega Altaria was the least mon I kind of needed. So he gets a kill, but that's fine. He's up here, he's looking really good, but here he goes into Alamomola, and I go for a close combat because I had to. Didn't really have a choice. Get the Rocky Helmet damage. And here he goes into a Lantern, so what I do is I Volt Switch. Pretty predictable. I'm not playing very well at the moment. I go into Mamoswine here, very risky play. If I got a burn there, I would have been absolutely screwed, so that was really lucky. He goes into Celesteela here. I went for the middle ground play with a knockoff, so I thought he was going to go into Celesteela, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I know I can kill there with Swellow. Here he goes into Alamomola thinking I'm physical, so with my build, obviously I'm special as well, so I think that was really good bring on my behalf. Here's Snorlax. Obviously the poison's nice here. I won't quite kill with Swellow, so I've got to switch out. Goes to return, and I get the Aguave Berry, which is massive. Gets me right back into the game. Pretty sure, yeah, I go for a Drain Punch here. Just gets my health back. So he's Curse, which is really kind of threatening to my team. I kind of have to stay in here and go for another Drain Punch, hoping he's not Rest, but unfortunately he is. But that's okay. Go for a knockoff here because I wanted to get rid of his leftovers. I probably could have went straight into Zeraora, which I do here now. He doesn't have an up attack yet, so I'll just go for the safe play here, which is a close combat. And then I've got obviously the Steelium Z, so I'm just going to use it just to make sure I pick up the kill here. You can't really risk it on a Lantern because he needs it quite healthy, so now he goes into it. Going to Incineroar, pretty much sacking it off. But yeah, he looks like he's quite offensive Lantern as well. So he predicts me to go for the knockoff, and I didn't go for the knockoff because I thought he might go into Tracheon, and I didn't want to give it that justified boost. So now he goes into Snorlax. I Drain Punch, does about 36. He gets a Curse, he rests up, so I predict that, and I go into Zeraora. I click Close Combat, doing about half. I don't quite kill, but he has another turn of sleep, so just go for that. Just a shits and gigs, and now I'm pretty much won the game here. Unfortunately that didn't kill, so I don't get a 3-0. He gets a kill, and I come in and I finish off with Swellow. So yeah, get the 2-0. I think we played really well. He had a pretty good team. Like he pushed me a lot, and yeah, I think the mixed Swellow really kind of caught him off guard, and a few plays that I made. He made some nice plays too, but yeah, just really happy to pick up that first win in a game I probably wasn't expected to win. So yeah, really stoked with that win. So here's my team against Excellent. His team's very electric weak, so I've got 2 electric type moves plus the Electrium Z. Mixed, so got enough in attack and special attack, and then enough speed to outspeed everything I need to. We got an interesting Jirachi set. We got all the coverage we kind of need to hit his mons. Got Psychic for the Toxapex, Fire Punch for the Klefki, Life Orb just hit that bit harder. And we got, yeah, investment in attack, special attack, and speed as well to outspeed what we need to. Got an Aguave Berry Archeop, so bit of a risk, but yeah, it might pull off for me. I've got Head Smash, AQ, everything I need, plus Hidden Power Ice for the Lando. I think that'll catch him off guard. Defog, just in case Klefki tries to set up hazards on me. Here we got a Dragon Dance, Altaria, Mega Altaria, and a bit of special defense so we can take a hit from the Mega Charizard Y. Once the Mega Charizard Y is down, this can do a lot of work. We got our Rocks, Oblivious Manny, our Mamoswine, just to get up Rocks just for that pressure that Charizard Y. I'm a little bit worried about it. It can put work into my team. We got Incineroar, just a Shuckerberry. He's got a few mons that can use Earthquake, like Lando T and that. So we've got a bit of defense there, we've got enough attack, and we've got pretty bulky HP, so a bit of a weird team, but it's kind of tailored to Excellent's team. I'm really excited to play him. Obviously he's a friend of mine, probably the best player in the EBT, and really known around the league community, so yeah, looking forward to this game, so we'll get into it. Yeah, so there's the team he bought. His defensive mons I expect Klefki and Toxapex are there. Obviously he's not going to bring Lando T or Charizard Y. And Latios is kind of a mono, slept on a bit, can do a bit of damage, and Lock and Rock as well. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. So I expect him to lead with Klefki. He leads with Klefki. I got Memo. I predicted him to use Magnet Rise, so I went for the rocks. Obviously I can't really touch it now, so I go into Jirachi. Because he obviously can't touch me as well. Going to Fire Punch, doesn't do as much as I wanted it to. He goes into Toxapex, I probably should have predicted that. He goes into Latios just to scout kind of my sets and that. Go into Cineroar. He shows me the Earthquake, which is doing nothing, which is good. And he goes into Toxapex, so I'd knock off anything that came in. It was good play. Knock off Shuckerberry. That's not really doing much. He gets up Toxic Spikes, which isn't ideal. Predicts Lando coming in, so I knock off Yachi Berries off, which is really nice. He sets up rocks, and I'll catch him off guard with a Hidden Power Ice, which was really good. He was shocked about that. Obviously, I can't stay in because he's got priority. And he does go for it, and he gets a crit. Probably didn't matter anyway. He would have killed me next turn, and I would have sacked it. So going to Altaria. Again, I could have predicted the Klefki coming in, but I just went for the Earthquake with the Fire Blast, but it hits it enough. Obviously that Toxic miss is really nice for me, so Klefki's gone. Here, if he got a crit, it was pretty much almost game over, so I was able to kill the Lock and Rock there, and it puts me in front now. Obviously I've got to sack this off. And I go into Mamoswine here. Obviously he thinks I might Ice Shard him here, so I just set up the rocks. And here I pretty much sack off Jirachi. Don't really need it anymore, it's done what it needs to do. And that gets blown back. So here I go into Zero Aura. Even though it's 3-3 looking pretty close, I've pretty much got the game because of Zero Aura, so I can just fire off my Z move here. If it went into Latios with rocks, it would have almost killed. It could have killed it next turn, and Charizard goes down. Here he goes into Toxapex, go into Plasma Fist. He GG's in the chat, he knows it's pretty much over here. And then here, I was hoping this killed to give me a 3-0. But it just didn't quite kill, and he's able to kill me with the Earthquake, but he dies to Life Orb. So yeah, we get our second W. We got Archops and Mamo in the bag. It's a pretty close game in the end there. As I said, Excellent is an unreal player. I was not expecting. This is probably the game out of all of them that I wasn't expecting to win. So to pick that up in the bag and have the tiebreaker over Excellent, who I expect to win a lot of games, was massive for me. I think I played pretty much perfectly to the game plan against him. And yeah, he came in late in the draft, so he probably didn't get the team he exactly wanted. But yeah, as I said, he's such a good player, so I expected a tough match, and I got that. So yeah, we're 2-0 and we're looking really good. We're playing JDMI in the next match, who was one of the ones that I'm not trying to be cocky, but one of the ones I probably expected to win. So if we win that, we're 3-0 and we're looking really good. So yeah. That was my game against Excellent, really good game. Obviously, yeah, as I said, his team's very weak to Electric, which I was able to expose.